You're trying to get the backside, this right hip, you're trying to get it to go to the left towards the target here, kind of this move here, okay? Make some practice swings where you put a little extra weight on your left foot. Like I said, 60-40, maybe even 70-30 if you want to try that. Somewhere in between. Kind of keep that pressure there. Make some swings. Make sure you're turning your torso, connect the club. That's kind of what we want to see right there. Turn, swing back, keep the pressure on the left foot, and swing through. Hey golfers, Tony McMullen, the founder of Smart Golf Academy here. I want to take this opportunity to wish all of you a happy new year. Hoping this is your best year yet for whatever endeavors that you're going to take on, whether that's golf, business, family, whatever it is. Hoping this is your best year yet. I just got a question just over the holiday week from one of our subscribers. We've done a number of videos on ground force, how to create better ground forces, how to hit the ball a little bit more solid, compress the ball, that sort of thing. So the question was, and I thought this was an interesting question, the subscriber asked if the ground forces are the same for your wedges as they would be for, say, a mid-iron, a scoring iron, or something like that. Does it work the same way? We're going to get into that, and I'm really going to help you with your wedges with this. I think it's going to make you hit your wedges a little sharper and probably control your distances a little better. But real quickly before that, if you're not already a subscriber, just like this gentleman did, you've got the opportunity to send in questions, and sometimes it might work out that we can do what we're doing right now and make a video about that question and turn it into some great content to help you. So if you're not already a subscriber, would love to have a subscription from you, and a like would be great as well. And send us a comment. You might be sending us something that'll give us a great idea for content, and we might just turn your question or your comment into something really good for a whole bunch of people. And if nothing else, just send us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. If you love the content, great. Okay. Now on to the question: is it the same? Do we use the same ground forces for, in essence, a smaller swing, a more defined swing regarding your distance? And the answer is yes, but in a much more subtle fashion. Okay. So we still want to get weight to your lead foot as early as you can in the swing. But keep in mind that, say, if you're hitting a 5-iron or something like that, you're trying to hit it a big number. You're trying to generate a lot of speed, and you're really trying to hit the ball not as hard as you can, but you're trying to put a little oomph into it and try to hit it, pretty solid, compress the ball. In this case, you're dealing with more defined numbers. So let's say you have a sand wedge in your hand and you have 75 yards, okay? Maybe that's not a full sand wedge for you. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I'm just throwing that number out there. You can plug in whatever number you want. But let's say whatever your stock number is, let's just say we're a few yards under that. So we're trying to hit a really controlled shot that we have a great opportunity to score with, okay? Those ground forces are still there. We're still going to try to get into our left side. We're going to try to push up a little bit and really get the club moving through the ball at a good rate of speed. But we want more control than we do distance here. So it's the same, but there's some subtle differences. It's a more subtle version, I guess I would say, okay? So something you can start with very, very simply is take a towel, golf towel, fold it up. And we've worked with this before where we put it underneath the lead foot, and you want to get some pressure on that towel as quick as you can, okay? You're making a full swing. Well, this club is shorter. The distance you're going to hit the ball is shorter, so we can cheat a little bit, okay? So your good wedge players tend to put a little bit of extra weight on their left leg, their lead leg, and they like to leave it there, okay? So I wouldn't go as far as to say stack your weight over your left foot, but you want to feel like you got maybe 20% more pressure on your lead leg than you do your right leg. So, maybe 60-40, that sort of thing. Maybe even 70-30 if it's a distance where you're trying to hit the ball a little bit lower, okay? And that becomes where you stay. So now your rotation, when you swing back, there's a little bit of weight shift to the right, but it's right back to the left, and you pretty much stay on top of that left foot, okay? I'm not a huge stack and tilt fan. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Don't take it wrong, and I'm not saying you can't play some really good golf if you're stack and tilt. This is kind of close to stack and tilt, but not exactly, okay? Because you got a little bit of movement off the right side, and then you're back to the left side very quickly. Now, you also, one of the biggest problems I see with clients that struggle with their wedges is they're a little too steep in taking the club up, okay? Coming down is a totally different thing. But when you take the club up, make sure that you don't just lift your arms. You want to feel like you're actually going to turn to the right. that turning sensation is going to have you turning closer to your left foot than your right foot. There's a little bit of weight shift there as you push the backside back, and you're trying to get the backside, this right hip, you're trying to get it to go to the left towards the target here, kind of this move here, okay? Make some practice swings where you put a little extra weight on your left foot. Like I said, 60-40, maybe even 70-30 if you want to try that. Somewhere in between. Kind of keep that pressure there. Make some swings. Make sure you're turning your torso, connect the club. That's kind of what we want to see right there. Turn, swing back, keep the pressure on the left foot, and swing through, okay? A couple of practice swings. Then you might want to set up to hit your golf ball. Okay, where should the ball be in our stance? I would say maybe middle, somewhere around there. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit of extra weight on our left foot. We're really going to use that towel to press down on it. Just a nice smooth swing. Just like that right there. Okay, you can see where all my weight is over here on my left foot. It stayed there throughout most of the swing. Very little time did I put a little pressure on the right foot and right back to the left side. So to answer the question, the ground force pressure is there. The ground forces that we use are there, but we kind of manipulate them a little bit because we're not trying to hit the ball as hard. We're looking for a more defined number, and we'd like to stay over the ball just a little bit more and make sure that we're making a good rotation, and that left leg is what we're rotating on, okay? So we're going to rotate to the right, rotate back to the left. So the ground force pressures are there, a more subtle fashion of them, but that's going to give you the opportunity to get the club on the ball and be able to control those numbers a little bit better. And you're going to be able to score better when you get inside that scoring zone of 70 or 80 yards when you start doing this. For more tips like these, go to smartgolfacademy.org, the online academy where there is over 80 videos. They were all made just for you to help you play your best golf. And we are going to make you a better player.